everyone, Merry Christmas. Today I'm going to be making these beautiful chocolate and hazelnut Ferrero Rocher cupcakes. They're perfect for this time of year at Christmas or any day really, because every day is chocolate day. So I'm going to show you how to make them and I hope you love them as much as I do. For these cupcakes today I'm going to be using my cake mixer, but you can do this by hand or with an electric mixer, and you just need a cupcake tin with 12 cupcake holders. And we have the ingredients here, so this is everything you need. So we have 125 grams of butter, 115 grams of self-raising flour, 25 grams of cocoa, a quarter of a teaspoon baking soda, 10 grams of brown sugar, 2 eggs, about a tablespoon of milk, and 115 grams of caster sugar. For the filling and the buttercream we have Nutella, which will be 60 grams, 150 grams of butter and 340 grams of icing sugar, and some milk for the buttercream. To go on top we have the beautiful Ferrero Rocher, and they just look so Christmassy to me. Before we do anything though, we need to turn the oven on to rapid heat to 170 degrees Celsius. To begin the cupcakes, put the butter in the mixer and beat it on a medium speed to make it nice and smooth and fluffy. Then it's time to sieve in all of the dry ingredients. Sometimes the cocoa gets a bit stuck, so just use a spoon to help push it through the sieve. Starting on a low speed, turn on your mixer and just let that beat just so it doesn't puff out, and then it's time to add in the eggs one at a time and just mix until it's all well incorporated, and hopefully don't drop the shell like I did. Once it looks like it has all come together, it's time to add in the milk. So this can be about 1 tablespoon or 1.5 tablespoons depending on how thick your mixture is. Now you can fill up your cupcake cups. I do this using 2 spoons because this helps me to get a good amount of mixture before I scrape it into the cup. And I have 12 here, and this mixture may leave you with a little bit left over, but it's better to have a bit more than not enough. The cupcakes then need to be baked at 170 degrees C for about 20 minutes or until they are springy to the touch. Keep an eye on them because they may cook slightly quicker depending on your oven, and then once they're all done you can take them out and leave them to cool for about 5 minutes in the pan before you remove them and put them on a cooling rack. While they are cooling, you can start making the buttercream. So I have 150 grams of butter, which I'm going to beat with 60 grams of Nutella. And I want to beat this at a reasonably high speed for about 5 minutes, just to incorporate lots of air into the butter mixture and make it nice and light and fluffy. Then you can start to sieve in the icing sugar to make it nice and smooth, and then your buttercream will be lovely when it's time to pipe it. I like to do this in 2 parts, otherwise if it's all in there and you turn on the mixer, it's just going to puff out and make a mess, and this will help it to incorporate nicely with the butter and the Nutella. Before you add in the second part, it's a good idea just to scrape around the bowl with the rubber spatula to make sure that all the butter is being picked up off the bottom, and then it'll be nice and evenly mixed. Now it's time to add a little bit of milk. Depending on the consistency of your buttercream, this will be between 2 and 4 tablespoons of milk. I just estimated this pouring it out of the bottle just so I got the right consistency. For my piping, I really like using the piping bags by the Cake Boss. I'm sure you've seen him before, and I also use his tips, and these are really good. It comes with 5 different steel tips and a plastic holder, but for today I'm going to be using this star nozzle here, which I believe was the 1M, so I'm just going to use that for the buttercream on top. But before I do that, I'm going to actually fill the cupcakes with Nutella. So just using a small sharp knife, I'm cutting a circle about halfway deep into the cupcake, and I'm just repeating that on every one. For the Nutella, I just have the round, pretty much open nozzle in this piping bag. It's just a good one to do fillings in my opinion. So I'm just going to gently squeeze that into the cupcake and fill it and try and make it level with the top before I put a hazelnut in there as well. This bit's really easy. Just stick 1 hazelnut on top of the Nutella and push it in slightly, and this will be like the inside of the Ferrero Rocher, but in the cupcake as well. Time for the buttercream. This is a fresh piping bag with the star nozzle on that I showed you earlier, and I'm just going to fill up the bag about 2/3 of the way to the top because I want to leave enough room to shake the buttercream down and create a nice twist so I have enough space to hold the bag. Make sure your cupcakes are level before you do this because mine slipped and that one got a bit messy, but the others look really nice. To create this, I simply start in the middle and push quite hard on the buttercream and swirl around towards the outside, and this creates the look of a bit of a rose, I guess you could say. It looks quite frilly and really soft and very pretty, I think. simply unwrap the Ferrero Rochers and put one on top of each cupcake. If you have a few left over, that's okay, you can just keep them for yourself and have them as an extra Christmas treat. You can stop here if you like. I do think they look really yummy and really nice, but I wanted to add a bit more, so I'm just using some chopped peanuts and sprinkling those around the buttercream. Not too many, but just to keep in with the chocolatey, nutty theme that's on the outside of the Ferrero. They are all done. I think people will know what flavour the cupcakes are with the Ferrero Rocher on top, but it's so nice to have a surprise inside the cupcake once you bite into it, and everybody loves these. They're the perfect chocolate hazelnut treat. You could have them at Christmas or any time of the year. You can't go wrong with something like this. Once they're displayed, they all look beautiful on your Christmas table and they taste delicious. I hope you love them if you decide to make them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye!